Holy chat section. What an incredible year that we've had on the inside. And I'd like to first thank everybody who took time out of their busy day to come in and check in on the broadcast and what we do here. That's you, chat. If you came for 1 minute, if you came for an hour, if you've got almost a full year of watch time, I want to thank you for coming to the broadcast, because it would not be the same without the chat section. Second of all, I would like to thank Kilo in the chat section for everything that she does. I mean, play of the year was to bring Kilo onto the team, because the amount of reach that we're able to get through the other social medias, if you guys don't know, Kilo's my editor, uploads all the shorts. I barely have to lift a finger these days for the shorts, and you guys get to keep shorts coming from Kilo uploading, and without her, obviously, we would not be close to 50 million views on all of our socials between this year. So thank you, Kilo. Could not do it without you. I can't see the chat, but W's for Kilo, of course. What a great way to carry the momentum. I mean, the first month that I was able to, was last December. Bring somebody else onto the team to try it out, and since then it's just been absolutely crazy. I really couldn't run the show without her. Mods! We have the strongest mod team that I've ever seen on Twitch. I mean, the brain rot, the brain cell that is shared between all the mods, everybody knows, everybody sees it. The people here are passionate about the broadcast. The mods here are here to help for no cost. I don't pay them. They do it out of the love of the game and the love of the community and what we've built here. So can we get some mod love in the chat as well? We have Aiden, who is an anchor in my life and really just helps me with everything. The amount that he does behind the scenes, it's insane. Couldn't do it without him. From all parts of my life, Aiden is, I mean, we've been best friends for 24 years, something ridiculous like that. So W's in the chat for Aiden. He was with me when I bought my first green screen. He was probably with me on my first bike ride. Much love to you, Aiden. Embark! Oh, Embark. I remember the first time that Embark came into my chat section, we had about 15, maybe 20 viewers on the inside. And I think one of the first messages from Rob was, he saw me catch myself with the goo, and he's just like, what the? You know? And from the beginning, I was in contact with Embark. When they found the broadcast, they saw potential in me and my channel and my show and what we do here. And they supported me from the very beginning. I remember that, like, a day after they had found the broadcast, I saw an alert on my phone that said the finals followed you. And that moment I knew that this was the beginning of something amazing. That was right before the new year. Since then, they've continued to support us and even brought us out to Stockholm to experience the most exciting weekend of my entire life. But we'll get to that soon. W's in the chat for Embark. And then, of course, our newest partner, SSG. Now, up to this point, I was very skeptical about joining an org, mostly because I don't understand it. I didn't understand it. I don't really have any experience in esports or anything like that. And up to that point, it had just been me, the chat section, the team, and of course Embark. But after having many calls with SSG, I realized that they want the exact same thing that we want at the broadcast. And that is for our creativity to shine through and build the finals community. And so once I realized that, it was a no-brainer. And since then, working with them has been absolutely amazing. W's for SSG. Now, I don't want to talk too much about where I was before we started the broadcast, but I will say that I was at a point where I wasn't passionate about what I was doing. School, work, I just, it was hard for me to find purpose to do that personally. And that was a path I was trying to go down, and I wasn't exactly passionate about it. But I didn't really know what I was passionate about. All I knew is that I wanted to figure out a way that I can be myself and entertain others. And I figured that the best way to do that and still be able to buy a Herman Miller would be through creating a platform for an audience and building it. And so that's what we did. Of course, I have had some doubts early on, but as a famous chicken bag once said, every step you take is leading you somewhere better than before. And that's all that really mattered, is that I worked on the broadcast. And at first we took baby steps, then we took a little bit bigger steps. And then we started to jog, and then we started to run. And some days, these days, it feels like we're strapped into a Herman Miller blasting off to the top of the charts, but the same principle still matters. And that is that we improve every day. If it's a small step or a big step, it's a step in the right direction. The start of the year this year in 2025, hiring Kilo onto the team was the best decision that I've made for the broadcast. And that wasn't the only early dub we took in the year. Of course, Twitch partner was this year, guys. It was just this year. Right before March. And of course, in March, 28 days on the game. Most memorable event, probably, in broadcasting history. And through this event, I believe that this was a turning point for us. We proved our dedication and commitment and passion to this game, to this community. And it was shown to Embark as well. Because shortly after this, we found out that we were going to be flying halfway across the world just to vibe with the finals community. But again, we'll speak more about that later. After 28 days, I thought this can't get any crazier. But then, of course, July came very quickly, and we had an incredible month. It just kept going crazier and crazier, and it's thanks to you guys showing up, telling people about the broadcast, coming back, drops, Twitch drops, Embark, yada, 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 yada. But it just keeps getting crazier. Every day there's something new. Every day there's something exciting. A brand new universe was built on the inside of our computers this summer. TwitchCon was a surreal experience because it's the first time where I've gotten to meet a lot of these people that I talk to every single day at work. I'm of course talking about Schmegs, about Jim, about Splash. I can't name everybody because there's so many people that you know through the game, through the internet, through the passion of the platform, but you never meet them face to face. And so what a surreal experience that was. And incredible too. And the guy, I gotta give a quick mention to the guy that said, "Hey, you make me hate lights." I never thought I'd get that sort of recognition, but it's fucking hilarious. I don't even know why I'm holding this piece of paper. I didn't write anything down. And of course, shortly after TwitchCon, SSG picking us up. I already mentioned that a little bit. But the most important part of signing with SSG to me is I made sure that they wouldn't make me change my content at all. There was no request for, do this instead, do this instead, do this instead. It was my only concern. And after talking to them, I realized that that's not what, they had no interest in doing that. As a matter of fact, they were out of, can we do something even more crazy? And so we're going to be technical difficulty. Yes, SSG has been incredible to work with and going forward. I mean, SSG for this particular event was the one to do the backgrounds, make it all winterized, snowy. Incredible, talented team over there. And very supportive for what we do here. DreamHack! What an incredible and surreal time DreamHack was. Now, I knew that DreamHack would be a little bit crazier than TwitchCon simply because the finals was not even at TwitchCon. And DreamHack, or at least the finals major, was all about the finals. But I had no idea the energy that was going to be in that event. As soon as we landed in Sweden, We got comfortable. I forgot my coat. I had to go buy a coat. Janice actually helped me find a reasonably priced coat. Shout out Janice for that. And we immediately linked up with the Embark team, and they immediately made us feel right at home in Stockholm, Sweden. After some incredible time, after some visits to the Embark studio, we found ourselves on Thursday, which was when the finals community was gathering at our hotel for a sort of a meet and greet with the devs and players and things like that. And that was the most surreal experience that I've ever been a part of. The amount of people passionate about the game gathered into one room. Not strangers, but people that you've never met face to face before. People that you've seen on the game, people that you've talked to in Discord, people that you've seen on chat, on their stream, on their webcam, on their socials, whatever. So it's almost like you know these people, but you don't. But what you do know is that you're passionate about the same thing, and that is why you're there. And so, of course, I laughed and I cried with people that I would have never met if it wasn't for the finals. The finals community, some of the most supportive and amazing people. The finals devs, the same. I'm so lucky and happy to have found this game. This broadcast marathon has been insane. Guys, I don't even have the numbers up right now, but I know we are soaring comfortably in our Herman Miller as we finish off this last day. 13 days on the game. Thank you so much for 2025. And I'd like to say one more thing, is that if you are somebody who has a dream that really wants to do something, but you haven't started doing it yet, you should try. You should go for it. You know, like I said, even baby steps are still steps forward. Or sorry, I can't take that quote. That's from the chicken bag. But yeah, you should. Because you owe it to yourself to give it your best shot. And you never know how much time you have left in the world. And if you're wondering if it's worth all the time and effort to chase your dreams, I promise you that it is. I'm not lying when I say that there's no place I'd rather be than inside the broadcasting studio entertaining you guys. I love my life, and that's all thanks to you guys. I'll see you in the New Year chat. Also, shout out the chickens.